In this session, let us learn about machine learning scale. Scale features. When your data has different values and even different measurements units, it can be difficult to compare them. What is kilograms compared to meters or altitude compared to time? The answer to this problem is scaling. We can scale data into new values that are easier to compare. Take a look at the table below. It is the same data set that we used in multiple regression chapter, but this time the volume column contains values in liters instead of cm cube, 1.0 instead of 1000. See car model, volume, weight, CO2. It can be difficult to compare the volume 1.0 with the weight 790, but if we scale them both into comparable values, we can easily see how much one value is compared to the other. There are different methods for scaling data. In this tutorial, we will use a method called standardization. The standardization method uses this formula: z is equal to x minus u by s, where z is the new value, x is the original value, u is the mean and is the standard deviation. If you take the weight column from the data set above, the first value is 790 and the historical value will be 790 minus 1292.23 by 238.74 is equal to minus 2.1. If you take the volume column from the data set above, the first value is 1.0 and the scale value will be 1.0 minus 1.61 by 0.38 is equal to minus 1.59. Now you can compare minus 2.1 with minus 1.59 instead of comparing 790 with 1.0. You do not have to do this manually. The Python scalar module has a method called standard scalar method, which returns a scalar object with methods for transforming data sets. See the example: scale all values in the weight and volume columns. By importing standard scalar method and executing this, the result returns this. Note that the first two values are minus 2.1 and minus 1.59, which corresponds to our calculations. See here, you can check that. See 1.2 and 1.59. See minus 2 minus 1.59. Predict CO2 values. The task in the multiple regression chapter was to predict the CO2 emission from a car when you only knew its weight and volume. When the data set is scaled, you will have to use the scale when you predict values. Predict the CO2 emission from a 1.3 liter car that weighs 2300 kilograms. See, by writing and executing this code, the result is 1.0.208 73282. Okay friends, this is the end of part 11, machine learning scale. In next video, let us learn about another topic, machine learning train test. If you like our program, please like, subscribe and press bell icon for our next part video updates. Thank you friends. Meet you in next video. All the best.